Good evening, I'm Brian Reagan, this is
Tyler Kelly.
and we welcome you to our Twilight Talks. Tonight we are in Esther 3, 1 through 6 to look at one of the more notorious bad guys in Scripture.
After these things, King Ahasuerus promoted Haman, the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, and advanced him and set his seat above all princes who were with him. And all the king's servants who were within the king's gate bowed and paid homage to Haman, for so the king had commanded concerning him. But Mordecai would not bow or pay homage. And then the king's servants who were within the king's gate said to Mordecai, "Why do you transgress the king's command?" Now it happened when they spoke to him daily, and he would not listen to them, they told to Haman to see whether Mordecai's words would stand, for Mordecai had told them that he was a Jew. When Haman saw that Mordecai did not bow or pay him homage, Haman was filled with wrath. But he disdained to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had told him of the people of Mordecai. Instead, Haman sought to destroy all the Jews who were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, the people of Mordecai.
Okay, so let's talk about longer view of history. This account introduces that topic legitimately. He said, why would we talk about that? Because, first of all, people think that the Russia-Ukraine thing is like, at best 20 or 30 years old, maybe even, 100, right? No, it's about 1,000. Most people don't realize Kiev, which they're now saying is what, Kiev?
Kiev, whatever.
Yeah, it's Kiev. For those who remember Chicken Kiev back in the day, Kiev, Chernobyl, all that stuff. Well, Kiev was the capital of Vladimir the Great, the one that gave birth to modern Russia. Okay? You said, why are you saying all that in a Bible study? Because if you don't actually know what happened back when, you miss the significance of what's happening now, and you can be easily misinformed by the media. This is why most people, when they go to church, are misinformed on almost everything that their pastors tell them, because their pastors don't know. The people don't know, because nobody has bothered to read the Scripture. This issue with Mordecai and Haman, it goes back about at this time 5 centuries, 5.5 centuries, because there was a king. His name was Saul, and he was told to put to death all of, do you remember who, Tyler?
It was whichever enemy that they were fighting at the time.
Yeah, the Amalekites. And the king of the Amalekites was a man by the name of King Agag. Haman was descended from that family because Saul, in sparing King Agag, and this is what people miss about what happened with Saul and King Agag. He said, but Brian, he did what the Lord said. He only kept Agag alive. No. That's not what Saul said. That's not what Saul said. Saul says, we've executed the order of the Lord. Number one, Tyler, did they execute the order of the Lord? No. So number one, anything Saul says is suspect for being a what?
Truth.
For being truth?
You said it's suspect.
Yeah, it's suspect for being a lie.
Yes.
Okay? So, when you study how kingdoms work, when you take either a prince or a king hostage into your kingdom after defeating them in battle, by holding either the heir apparent or the king hostage, you're able to rule and extend your reign into that other domain, because guess what you left alive? Their family. This is what happens with Jeconiah and Zedekiah and all that with Nebuchadnezzar. He kept them alive. He brought the king to Babylon, put his descendant as a puppet governor, and figured he could control it because he had the main king in his court. So when Saul says, oh, we killed all the people we were supposed to. We just kept Agag alive. Lie. He kept the whole household, the whole family, the royal family. Haman is descended from royalty. This is why he has access to Ahasuerus. Because you want royal families that still hold political ties in other regions connected to you as you administer your domain. But do you remember what happened to King Agag, Tyler?
Doesn't Saul go out, not Saul, Samuel, there we go out and kill him and hang him or something?
Oh, no. It's better than that. Samuel, picture about a 90-some-odd-year-old man.
I know Samuel's the one who takes care of it.
Yeah. He literally says, bring me Agag and give me a knife. And he literally cuts Agag to pieces by hand. He didn't delegate someone else in front of Saul's whole court, with Saul standing there showing how bad of a king Saul was. An old man on Geritol One-A-Days or Centrum Silver does the work. And so this hatred of the family of Agag against the people of Judah and Benjamin, i.e. the Jews, goes back a long ways. It didn't just start here, and it all began because Saul didn't do what the Lord said. Some other thoughts, my brother?
No, sir.
All right, with Adam Brian Reagan, this is
Tyler Kelly.
We want you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, click notifications. If you don't click notifications, sometimes they're metric. Make sure that you never know when we put new content up. And also, Tyler, invite them when we want to see them again.
This Sunday at the Lake Butler Church of Christ in Lake Butler, Florida at 9:30 for our Bible class, either on our live stream or in person, and then at 10:30 for our morning worship service.
All right. Till then.
Have a good weekend.